Welcome to the Make It So Show. I am your hostess with the mostest, Mojo Medium, aka Susan Morrow Johnson. You'll find me on the web at mojomedium.com, and there is a link in the description of this video that will take you to the Make Magic with Mojo Pro program. So this is here on our free page, which is awesome, and you will find more about the Pro program on the website mojomedium.com. I'm so excited to get to say that because I was blocked from allowing that website on Facebook for a long time. And finally, I had to pay somebody to unblock it. And now I'm unblocked, and I just feel like, oh, it's like starting the new year in the perfect way with a website that I can actually share with you. It's awesome. So we've got a lot of stuff going on for 2020, not the least of which is a manifestation event that's going to be held on the, bear with, let's see here, today's the 7th, it's going to be held on the 15th, I believe it's the 15th Wednesday at 6 p.m. Central, and that is the 2020 Word Workshop. Now, why, you're saying, do I need a 2020 Word Workshop, and what does this have to do with making magic? Well, I'll tell you. You'll also find it at mojomedium.com, the link up above. And the Word Workshop is something I do every year to help you figure out your word or your theme for the year. Now, we walk through a word worksheet for the year, which I provide to you, and we work on what you want combined with what you need intuitively. Right? So you're going to go through this worksheet with me in a group. We're going to do it on Zoom so we can see each other. And we're going to talk about your word or theme. Hi, Piper. Welcome. Your word or theme for 2020. Now, the word or theme for 2020 means that it's not a New Year's resolution. It's different from that. It's more of a touchstone, something that you can look at and go, oh yeah, this is my theme for 2020, and watch for where that shows up in your life and watch for where you're making magic. So it's embedded in your mind that you've got this word for the year. Now, I've had times when I've been doing this for several years, and I've had times when it gets to be like June or July, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I haven't even thought about my word. But it's there. It's there. You've created it. You've written it down. And forgot my engagement ring this morning. Still got the wedding ring. It's okay. I'm still married. So it is the word that's with you. And it's sort of, like I said, it's a touchstone. It is a theme for your year. Now, last year, my theme for the year, my word for the year in 2019 was magic. And it was a cool word. And actually, I have to tell you that I almost always get a second word that becomes the primary word. So like somewhere in October, November, my angels and guides will deliver to me this word, and I'm like, ooh, that's a good word. Yeah, that's a good word for this year. Okay, and I start thinking about it, and all of a sudden it goes, no, it's this word. So that's kind of cool. So anyway, last year I started out with, I think the word was gratification. And then it was, no, it's magic. Magic is the word. And that was so cool because, I've got this Make Magic with Mojo program, and I feel like manifestation, if you do it right, it's like magic. It's like magic that I got to go on a 10-day Caribbean cruise last year, and it cost me nothing. And it's like magic that I got a brand new car last year when I was only hoping to get a new used car. So these things that happen are like magic. And so magic was my word for last year. And in December, I sat down with my journal, and I kind of felt like it's kind of like an exercise your therapist might give you. Or in my case, it felt like an exercise that my angels and guides gave me. So I got inspired by spirit. You notice the two words are kind of related, inspire and spirit, inspire. Okay, so I got inspired by spirit, and I sat down with my journal, and I made a list of things, events, happenings, whatever, feelings that seemed magical to me throughout 2019. I admit it, I happen to have like a really profoundly good memory, and so I see time in pictures in my head, so I can kind of see when things happen, and I can remember things really well. So for you, it might work better. I know that not everybody's like me. You might be, but it might work better to do this once a month. Sit down with your journal and go, okay, so this month, how did my word or theme for 2020 show up in my life? And doing this regularly helps make it happen more. Now, your word may be magic. It may turn out to be magic, and that would be a fun word. It may turn out to be what I thought mine was going to be for this year, which is believe. I love the word believe. I did a video not long ago about belief and relief, and you might want to check that out. It's on YouTube, which is also in the description of this video, the YouTube channel. Let's talk about believe and relieve. And it was kind of wordplay, but it was also like taking apart what believe means. And I loved it so much, what believe means. I mean, you know what it means, but where it came from. It's really cool to look at where it came from. So I thought that was going to be my word for 2020. Somewhere in November, I was like, hey, man, I got my word for 2020. Woo! And I'll save it and spring it on people and let them know January 1st or January 15th or January 30th. And I haven't done that because it's not believe. It turned out to be a different word. And the word that I've got for this year, I feel like for me it's perfect, but if I share it with you, I'm going to have to explain it. So I'll do that on the 2020 word workshop. Okay. If you want to go to the word workshop, go to mojomedium.com, and it's in the menu. And if you're on your phone, it's in the little, the three stripes. They call it a hamburger menu. Tap that and it'll show up as 2020 word workshop. So check that out and see if you'd like to join us, because I'd really like to have you so you can make your word or theme and you can increase your effectiveness in manifestation for 2020. Okay. Now remember, hi Brenda, welcome. Now remember, manifestation means creating what you want, love, and enjoy in your life. And you don't have to worry about about how things are created or manifested for you. You just want to think about how you feel, how you want to feel. I'm going to review today the 3D manifestation tool that I created years ago. And it should be, I think it's, if you look in the menu on this page, on the Make Magic with Mojo free page, I think it's in our files, the 3D manifestation tool. And if it's not, then take notes. Hit pause and take notes. So here's the 3D manifestation tool. It's very simple. And after I developed it, a couple of years later, I read a book by Joe Vitale called The Attractor Factor. And it is essentially the exact same tool. It's the same process, only he wrote it in 200 pages and I wrote it in 2. So the reason I've mentioned that is that to me, it kind of validated that I had come up with something that was universally useful and that it was universally energized, universally inspired. If he had the same concept that I had, I'm sure other people have the same concept. It's something that we all can use. Okay, so here it is. You ready? You got your pen and pencil, or pen or pencil and your piece of paper? Okay, here's the 3D manifestation tool. We actually have to start with a 0D, and that's the wish. So this is kind of your prompt, okay? Let's use, I wish I could lose weight. I wish I could lose 20 pounds. Let's do that. I think a lot of people like to do New Year's resolutions about losing weight or getting in shape or getting healthier. Okay, so let's say that 0D. I wish I could lose 20 pounds. Okay, now your first D, 1D out of 3D. 1D is declare. Declare it perfect just like it is. Okay, so I wish I could lose 20 pounds. No, you know what? I'm perfect just like I am. My weight's great. I'm okay with my weight. Oh, I'm gonna come up with, I want to tell you about a different tool with weight, but hold on a second. Okay, so your first D is declare. Declare it perfect. My weight is great just like it is. Okay. Sometimes just doing that, just accepting where you are, surrendering to whatever it is as it is in the moment, will make a shift, will cause a shift in the energy. Okay. So at least do that much. Now, your second D, the 2D, is determine. Determine the feelings that you want if you were to get your wish. So in this case, we're using, I wish I could lose 20 pounds. So now you determine the feelings that you would feel if you lost 20 pounds. Well, let's see, I would feel lighter. I'd feel bouncier. I'd feel like I could be more active. My knees would stop hurting. I would feel like my clothes fit better. Or maybe I would feel excited to go shopping for smaller clothes. Don't let me stop it. And I would feel happy. I would feel more attractive. I would feel sexier. I would feel better anytime I left the house and knew that people were going to see me. I would feel like they would see me as better. Now, don't get me started on body positivity. I'm a big fan. Don't get me wrong on that. But we are using this as an example. All right, so you've determined the feelings you want that you would feel if you got your wish. Okay, now we're up to the 3D. The third D is desire. Sorry, I've only been teaching this for 10 years. Desire. So you ask for the desire. You ask God, universe, higher self, spirit, angels and guides. You ask whoever that's going to be. Ask for the desire to do whatever will bring you those feelings with regard to your wish. Ask for the desire to do whatever will bring you those feelings with regard to your wish. And you can see the validity in this, right? That sure, we all know about calories in, calories out, which is a myth. We all know go to the gym, move more, eat less, blah, blah, blah. We all know Jenny Craig. We all know Weight Watchers, all the stuff that everybody knows about losing weight, which, the weight loss industry is a multi-billion-dollar industry. From shapewear, Spanx or whatever, to stomach stapling surgery. It is a huge, huge industry. And just think, if we were all happy with our bodies, how many people would be losing money, right? But if you know what to do, but you don't know what to do, like if you go, wow, I wish I could get my stomach stapled, I'd lose all that weight. Instead, ask for the desire to do whatever will bring you those feelings about your wish. Ask for that desire, the motivation, the impetus, the inclination, the idea, the motivation, whatever that is. Ask for that to do whatever. And then let it come to you. Let it be, let it go, and see what happens. I have two other tricks about weight loss, since I used that as our example for, the new year, because so many people do want to lose weight as a New Year's resolution, which I don't believe in New Year's resolutions, but I do believe in a theme for the year, and I do believe in manifestation tools like the 3D that I just gave you. The other things are this. One is write down on your calendar. If you don't have a calendar, get one. And on your calendar, 6 months from now, write down, I have lost X amount of pounds. And then you tell God, universe, higher self, angels and guides, spirit, the flying spaghetti monster, within 6 months, I want to have lost X amount of pounds. You write it on the calendar, I have lost X number of pounds, just like I told God, universe, higher self, flying spaghetti monster. And then you eat what you want. And you'll probably gain a little weight in the beginning. But by that date on the calendar, if you just leave it alone. And one day you'll look at the calendar and you'll go, oh my gosh, I lost those pounds. I didn't even know it. So it's another little mind trick, really, retraining your brain and involving the universe in what you want. Using the creative force, the collective spiritual energy to get you what you want. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. You're not hurting anyone by doing that. Got it? The other little trick about losing weight is this one. Okay, one more. And you can actually apply these tools to um, other desires that you have, to other wishes that you have, to other things that you want to manifest. It's just that I started out with the weight loss thing, so I'm carrying on with that. Okay, the last tool is to use affirmations during your meditation. So when you're meditating and you're more or less in a meditative state, maybe slightly hypnotic, open mind, brain waves going in the right way, use these affirmations. Whatever you weigh, let's say you weigh 150 pounds right now, and you want to weigh 125 pounds. Whatever you weigh, say, I weigh less than the next up. So I'm 150, I'm going to say I weigh less than 155 pounds right now. Or I weigh less than 151 pounds. Whatever that is to you, okay? So I weigh less than 150 pounds, 155 pounds. So then sit there and think, this is true. This is actually true. I weigh 150, that's less than 155. I weigh less than 155 pounds. And feel that truth of that, because you know it logically, you've seen it on the scale, you know that is a true statement. Now remember, the universe and your subconscious, they don't know the difference between the truth and a lie. But your conscious mind does. And it's very important for most of us to be factual about things. We've been taught not to lie, right? So when you say, I weigh less than 155 pounds, you are telling the truth. Feel that truth. Feel the quality of knowing that is true. You weigh less than that. And then while you're in that headspace, you say, I weigh less than 150 pounds. And feel that truth transfer over to that. And then see what happens. In my experience, which clearly I have not been doing this for a while, but in my experience, it does start coming down. And you can do it every 5 pounds, or you can do it like, you get down to 149, you go, I weigh less than 150. And you feel that truth. And then you say, I weigh less than 145. And then you're at 148. I weigh less than 150. I weigh less than 145. 147, 146, 145. I weigh less than 150. I weigh less than 145. So you keep going until you get to where you want to be. And again, it's that thing of just feeling the truth, feeling it. Your feelings are so important. Your thoughts are important too, but your feelings are really important. Okay. All right. So those are our manifestation lessons for today. I hope you will join me for the 2020 Word Workshop, and I look forward to seeing you then. In the meantime, I'll be back here next Tuesday at noon with the Make It So show. We're going to make it so, talk more about manifestation. So until the next time I see you, hasta la vista. You get out there and make some magic for Mojo.